Oh, I guess I'm live from parking lot number 2 at the farmer's market, Sprouts Farmer's Market.
There's no numbers on the parking lot, is there?
I don't know.
It's a different place.
I don't want to tip off our location because the drones are coming for us.
They know what we've been thinking.
They know what we're... Anyway.
They know we eat vegetables.
We are only 17 minutes late here this morning, which is this is unusual. It's very strange, but it is Walpurgisnacht. Demons howl, are you listening? Their insane eyes are glistening. They rant and they rave, they all need a shave. Walpurgisnacht is coming, ain't it grand? Well, happy Beltane Eve, everyone. This is the day that, on occasion, we would have a party.
When we were young and foolish.
When we were young and foolish, we'd have a Walpurgisnacht party. I don't know. We did it for several years, but one memorable one, we advertised it, that people should bring greasy food and cheap liquor.
Right. I think it was even spicy, greasy food.
Spicy, greasy food.
And cheap liquor.
And cheap liquor.
And they did. It was pretty horrible.
We preferred them to bring fortified wines. Because for some reason
demons like to drink it.
It was fortified wine vomit is
oh, don't go there.
Abrasive. And when you clean it up, the floor.
Especially when eating greasy, spicy foods.
The floor.
But nobody threw up.
Nobody threw up. No.
Not this time.
We like to think about, but there's that wonderful scene in Dracula, the Bela Lugosi Dracula at first, where the carriage driver is trying to take Renfield up to Castle Dracula to do a real estate deal. I'm not kidding. Renfield was a real estate agent, and
he got his.
Yes. Every time I look at a real estate agent, I think Renfield. Can I have it?
No, I just think I think over cheap embalming fluid cologne and lots of it.
Yes.
You can smell them down the block in the park, but never mind.
Now I know people need to make a living. Yes, people need.
We have friends who are real estate people.
Yes.
We shouldn't say that, but that part is.
But many residential real estate wannabes really overdo the cologne. But anyway, we are here. I'm going to talk a little bit about what Crowley has to.
You forgot to say about why you're talking about Renfield.
What's that?
You forgot to say why you were talking about Renfield.
Oh, Renfield. Yes. I'll finish that story. Thank you, dear. She blessed me with a cross.
Because it's appropriate for this story.
Renfield asked the driver, they got to the way station just at sunset. And he said, "You're getting off here." And Renfield said, "But Castle Dracula is up ahead." He says, "No." And he points at the sun going down. He says, "Walpurgisnacht." And he made that face. That's today. Okay. I posted a painting, and I apologize. I don't know the artist's name on the painting, but it's everywhere today, of a bonfire and naked dancers and things like that. A wild and crazy thing. But the thing is, actually, at this cross-quarter date, which is 180 degrees away from Halloween, the the villagers put their pitchforks down and put out all the fires in town. And then at sunset, they light a huge bonfire to reignite all the fires for the coming year, like they're bringing back the sun. That's my story there. Now I'm going to turn it over to Constance, who has a few words to say, but mostly a few words to say. Here she goes. Here she goes.
Totally unrelated subject?
Yes.
Totally unrelated subject. I had a weird week. I make these rice. I'm not going to go into too much detail because but I've been working on this for hours a day. A little rice puppy, I we call it. A rice pillow with a cotton cover, all cotton, 2 covers, and I put it in the microwave for a minute and 11 seconds or something like that for his size. And it warms it up, and you can put it on your body where you ache or just to keep you warm in the winter.
It's a bed warmer.
It's a bed warmer. And it's the only thing we use our microwave for. We have it in the pantry, which is a bathroom that we have in our bedroom, which is bad function to have bathrooms in your bedroom anyway. But we don't need 2 bathrooms. We just can fight over the one we have. And we needed a pantry because we don't have a garage. So it's our pantry with all sorts of stored things, assorted food and other stuff. And bags, shopping bags, anyway, lots of stuff. With the microwave in it. And I was in a hurry between, it was rain was happening, and I had gone out to cover the car by myself because Lon was in bed watching Lawrence Welk. No kidding. He was,
yes.
and fixing dinner quickly so I could watch Washington Week. So I was doing it quickly, and anyway, I got in from the car thing and was still working on dinner. It was pretty cheerful, and I wanted puppies for my body when I sat down because I was achy, and so I punched Lon's last puppy and put it in for one. I thought it was one.
It was my puppy, yeah.
One or something like that. It was his little one. Well, I made it, but anyway, and then I went to the kitchen, and in the kitchen, dinner's almost ready, and I'm smelling this. What is this smell? What is this smell? Something's burning. And I looked in the oven, and I looked in the broiler, and I looked on all the burners, and there wasn't hardly anything going, so it didn't. Anyway, and I looked up. I opened the back door, because I said sometimes the neighbors come. I walked around the house, got into the bedroom where Lon was under the covers. Well, he had gotten up, because he finally smelled something. And couldn't figure out where it was.
I thought she burned.
He was 8 feet away from the door where the smoke was billowing from underneath it.
It was not billowing from it.
It had to be because
I'm turning the camera around
the entire house,
to defend myself.
The entire house smelled like smoke, and the pantry. I went in there and went, oh my God! I didn't forget something. What I did was I was in a hurry and I must have pressed the button too hard and it made multiples
like 11 minutes.
It was 11 something minutes. So of course it burned the rice pillow, which thank God totally up. And anyway, for a week I've been taking things out and cleaning the smoke smell out. And I washed the ceiling with a pole and washed the walls, and I'm taking other things out and washing them. Individual things like soy milk things separately. And the bedroom still smells like smoke. I'm embarrassed. I was lucky the whole house didn't go up in flames or be covered with smoke. It wasn't, but just, even though you could smell it in other places, it's terrible in the pantry. Still is, but it's getting better slowly. But anyway, that was a big adventure, and we obviously didn't watch Washington Week.
So we don't know what happened.
No, that's not true. We watched it. But anyway, so that was a real adventure, and it's a bit draining.
You're a hero. You're heroic work.
Yeah, that was good. Well, yeah, it was heroic, but it's taken up my time. And yeah, really going to bed very late trying to clean it up. So it'll eventually get turned out. And you can hardly see it. It's just washing it needs to be done. So, and then yesterday we decided that the rain probably was not going to come again. Our 8 months of winter, 2 months of spring, 2 months of fall, 3 months of summer. Anyway, so We have our old tarp and our new car cover, but neither one of them were folded up. So Lon helped me a little, 5%. He held the corners a little bit on one for a minute while we stretched out in the lawn. And I didn't, of course, know what I was doing at all.
And I helped.
That's what I said. And then I didn't know what I was doing at all, so this is my point. When I really don't know what I'm doing and I have to do something that I don't want to screw up, and I have to do it immediately, no choice, and it's something physical usually too. I'll say, guide thou my hand, which just comes out of me automatically. I mean, often, constantly, because I usually don't know what I'm doing and I have to do something physical. And I don't want to get killed by a falling tree limb or whatever I'm doing, so I'll say that. Please let me cut this in the right place. Guide down my hand so it doesn't fall on my head or the house or break the window. Anyway, so miraculously, it didn't take very long, and they both got folded up quite well. I was laying on my belly both times doing it, making the neighbors laugh. But I guess it's like rolling up a sleeping bag. They both are wrapped up and tucked away under where they should be, and that was good. And where I'm talking, and so I'm just talking about asking for guidance, I guess. And today, look, we were on the way here on Broadway, which is an unusual street, we'll put it that way. We always say, what adventure does Broadway have for us? Because there's always work and people running across the street sideways.
And it doesn't do any good to be irritated anymore.
No, you have to laugh.
It just entertains us now. Yeah.
And today there was a slight detour. Last week was a detour. But a train went by, so we had to wait for a train. It's a commuter train, and they have ads on them. And so I decided for fun, because they're short, to read bibliomancy,
Trainomancy.
Trainomancy, to read a message from God out of what the one train car said. And so, right across the train it said, the source, when something bad happens. And the source was, I don't know what, it's a company with a mountain pack thing, two separate companies.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And the second one, if something bad happens, we buy a beautiful Vietnamese lawyers with banners all over the cities. We must be making a lot of money on when something bad happens. I think something bad is happening everywhere all the time. So anyway, so I figured for all you, the message today is when something bad happens, contact the source. Your source.
Words of wisdom for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the source is just the real you.
Okay.
And
that's our wall purchase.
Something will guide your hand.
Well, something sure guided your hand when we were trying to fold up all that.
No, I didn't know what I was doing, and it happened to go fast. It was all right.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Okay. Well,
and happy Tuesday.
For some reason, my camera is getting dimmer and dimmer here, so
Are you flipping it?
say goodnight, Gracie.
I did. I said happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm going to turn it around, see if that brightens it up. It didn't brighten it up, but we'll see. Thank you, dear. Get something savory and salty for us to snack on as we go from place to place to place to place to place.
Well, Mr. DuQuette would not have to sit in the car if he did so choose.
I'll stay here with my friends.
For this place.
Talk about the devil.
I have to go in the bag. I'm afraid to get my bag.
Okay. She's going to make a little noise here.
I forgot.
I can't imagine anyone still watching here. After all of this. Okay, I've got a couple things there I want to share. The Walpurgis-Nacht is actually the Christian name for this holiday observance they've hijacked, like so many others. Saint Walpurga, and I'm probably saying this incorrectly. It was the patron saint of really, kind of good things, and having nothing especially to do with evil things and such, but because the holiday fell on Beltane Eve, her birthday, or the day they commemorated her, they had to sort of switch it around. And I'm sure a lot of Facebook friends will know the full painful story of opposing the devil and wickedness. And you can see the sort of non-organized religion, visceral thing about relighting the sun, okay, and the light of the old year really gone, okay. It starts to go at the solstice, but by this time of year, it's really gone, and we really, really, really know that the sun is back. So you relight new fires, and you put the old fires out before you light the big bonfire. Put the old fires out as if they were the degenerated, corrupted light of all the sins that were left over from the previous year, and you extinguish them, and it's a great magical act. Okay, I read this smoldering fire here represents all my shortcomings and fears and stuff, and I'm going to just snuff it out. And then I'm going to light a brand new, wonderful bonfire. Well, it was taken as, well, we've got one night more of excess. Let's go upon the mountain. And who knows what went on except a damn good party. And as everybody's springtime juices were starting to flow, and you could stay out a little later in the evening, or you could go up on the mountain, take your clothes off with a bunch of friends, and light the big fire, and just have a damn orgy with all that your pent up wintertime horniness. And so then you can see the prudish other part of the culture thinking, oh God, the daughter went up on the devil. She went up to Club 51 and kissed the devil's ass, And torture enough people, they get very imaginative. But anyway, I'm going to read something that Crowley says about the devil card. Okay, I brought a devil card along with us for us to look at, because that's the face. That's the face of the butt. The other side of that thing is the butt that people were accused of kissing on the Sabbath on the mountain, night on Bear Mountain. Okay. But Kabbalistically, something else is going on here that I think you might find very interesting. And let's see if I can have something over here to prepare you to read. Okay. This card is attributed to the letter Oyan, which means I, and refers to Capricornus in the zodiac. In the dark ages of Christianity, it was completely misunderstood. The devil is misunderstood. Now, you may find that hard to believe, that Christianity would fail to understand something. I mean, they over the last couple thousand years, they've been so right about so many things. You might be shocked that they were wrong about Capricorn, the goat, and the devil. Eliphas Levi studied it very deeply because of its connection with ceremonial magic, his favorite subject, and he redrew it, identifying it with Baphomet, the ass-headed idol of the Knights Templar. But at this time, archaeological research had not gone very far, and the nature of Baphomet was not fully understood. At least he succeeded in identifying the goat portrayed upon the card with Pan. On the Tree of Life, Atu 13, which is the death card, Scorpio, and 15, the devil, Capricorn, are symmetrically placed. They lead from Tifereth. Lon drew us up in the last parking lot. I drew a tree of life. Okay, I'm not seeing clearly what I'm hoping you're seeing. Tifereth's right in the middle there, number 6. And leading diagonally to the left and right, we have the path of Nun, the death card, and Oyan, the devil card. So that's O and N, forming a gate, the left and right sides of a gate leading from number 9, the moon, to number 6, the sun. It's like an arrow. And the shaft of that arrow is the art card, or the temperance card, which is the Sagittarius card. It is a freaking arrow. It's an arrow that penetrates the gate of ONN. Now, I hope you can still see this here. On the Tree of Life, Atu 13 and 15 are symmetrically placed. They lead from Tifereth, the human consciousness, to the spheres in which thought, on one hand, that's going to number 8, the sphere of Mercury, and bliss on the other, and that's leading to Netzach, which is sphere of Venus. Between them, Atu 14, that's the art card, or the strength card, the temperance card, leads similarly to the sphere which formulates existence. Okay. And then he talks about the devil card. Represents creativity in its most material form. Capricorn occupies the zenith of the year. Okay, there's that. picking up an ancient rebound, wonderfully rebound, thank you, edition of my old Magic and Theory and Practice. During one of the later chapters on black magic. I'm going to read just a little section of it here. Before leaving the subject of black magic, one may touch lightly on the questions of pacts with the devil. The devil does not exist. Thank you. Have a good day. The devil does not exist. It is a false name invented by the Black Brothers to imply a unity in their ignorant muddle of dispersions. A devil who had any unity would be a god. Now, in this wonderful footnote is a wonderful Walpurgis message. The devil is historically the god of any people that one personally dislikes. This led to so much confusion of thought that the Beast 666 has preferred to just let the names stand as they are, and to proclaim that Iwas, the solar phallic hermetic Lucifer, is his holy guardian angel, and the devil, Satan, or Hadit of our particular unit of the starry universe. The serpent Satan is not the enemy of man, but he who made gods of our race, knowing good and evil. He bade know thyself and taught initiation. He is the, quote, devil, unquote, of the book of Thoth, or the tarot. And his emblem is Baphomet, the androgyne who is a hieroglyph of arcane perfection. The number of his Atu is 15, which is Yod-Hey. The monogram of the eternal, the Father one with the Mother, the virgin seed one with all containing space. He is therefore life and love. But moreover, his letter is Oyen, the eye. He is light, and his zodiacal image is Capricornus, that leaping goat whose attribute is liberty. Note that the Jehovah of the Hebrews is etymologically connected with these. The classical example of such antinomy, one which has led to so much disastrous misunderstanding, is that between knew and had, north and south, Jesus and John. Okay. There's that. Crowley wrote many, many, many poems. Okay. And the nature of poems, much like the nature of songs, gives voice to sort of an independent life of its own story, and is not necessarily expressive of the attitude of the poet, but of the character who is voicing the poem. And incidentally, or inadvertently, also reveals so much about the poet. I'm going to close today's Walpurgis Nacht thing with two very, very short Crowley poems. Hymn to Satan. I adore thee, King of Evil. By the body thou hast fashioned in the likeness of a devil. By its purity impassioned, I adore thee, King of evil. I adore thee, Lord of malice. By the soul that thou hast molded, lovely as the lily chalice. To the somber sun unfolded, I adore thee, Lord of malice. By its thirst, the cruel craving for things infinite, unheard of dreams devouring and depraving, songs no God may guess a word of, songs of crime and songs of craving. By the drear eyes of the devil, bleak and sterile as they glitter, I adore thee, King of evil. With these lips as dry and bitter as the drear eyes of the devil, I adore thee, I invoke thee, I abase myself before thee. By the spells that once awoke the lust of chaos, I adore thee, I adore thee, I invoke thee. Take that, the parking lot. Okay. He wrote another one called Hymn to Lucifer, and it's a tiny one. But even more was, as this was described by the preface to the website that introduces as a literary thing, not so much a magical thing. It says, this chapter studies Aleister Crowley's undated poem, Hymn to Lucifer, an extract from the Book of Thoth, which may have been what I just read to you, which deals with the tarot card, the devil. Hymn to Lucifer alludes to the state of humankind in the Garden of Eden before the fall, a condition that is described in negative terms, portrayed as restrictive and stagnant. Even if it happens at the price of death, the devil represents the possibility for humankind to leave the stagnation of Eden. The view of the devil, especially in the skies of Lucifer, is the reveler of knowledge, has been regarded as one of the classical elements of romantic Satanism. Meanwhile, the Book of Thoth is a manual designed to give an account of Crowley's interpretation of the significance of the tarot deck, as well. And as I just read from the Book of Thoth, the devil card said to represent the creative energy in its most material form. Here's the Hymn of Lucifer. Where, nor of good nor ill, what aim hath act? Without its climax, death, what savor hath life? An impeccable machine, exact he paces in inane and pointless path to glut brute appetites. His soul content, how tedious were he fit to comprehend himself. More, this our noble element of fire in nature, love in spirit, unkeened life hath no spring, no axle, and no end. His body a bloody ruby radiant with noble passion, sun-souled Lucifer swept through the dawn colossal, swift aslant on Eden's imbecile perimeter. He blessed non-entity with every curse and spiced with sorrow the dull soul of sense, breathed life into the sterile universe. With love and knowledge drove out innocence. The key of joy is disobedience. Happy Walpurgis Nacht, everyone. I know we went a little long, but that's okay. I'll see you on May morn. Until then, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.